turn the lights up, let me take your mind off all the things you're facing. I know lately's been a spiral. I can see that you've been trying to hold it down, baby. Put the world up on your shoulders like you're Superman.
BTF Radio, we in the building.
Gotta face
your boy CP the DJ on the ones and twos. Let's go.
Get yourself a rider who won't leave you in the cold.
Oh boy.
You could call on when your back's against the wall. Just know I'll be down for you.
Hey, 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 hey.
Turn the lights up, let me take your mind off all the things you're facing. I know lately's been a spiral. I can see that you've been trying to hold it down, baby. Put the world up on your shoulders like you're Superman. Know that you don't gotta face it on your own. Got yourself a rider who won't leave you in the cold.
So all this one names.
Know when your back's against the wall.
By the Queen, Melody. Let's go.
From
the heart of a poet, I'm here. Let's go.
I just count these trees. Let's go smoke with me. Find you some release. I know you need peace.
Blazing fire in the building. What's up?
These missions, cause I see you need assistance. Promise so that.
And of course, our lovely queen of a host, Kashima Amish. Hey!
I got what you need. I got what you need. I got what you need.
Oh yeah, she got what you need, y'all. She got what you need. Let's go.
I got what you need.
Whoa!
What you need. I got what you need. I got what you need.
Hey, hey, hey.
Let's explain the difference between me and these bitches.
Woo!
One, I stay consistent. My loyalty is a given. My
loyalty is everything.
Is heaven, but baby, I'm worth the blessing.
Hey.
Fall in love, you ain't never gotta question us, babe. Tell me what your mind's on. Tell me how your day went.
Hey, hey.
You need a bad girl, but the game's on. Had your dinner ready when you came home. Know you could always count on me. Call me up and make sure I'm free. You know I ride for you. Always make time for you.
Get you a ride or die.
Just cut this tree.
Whoa.
So smoke with me. Find you some
hey. Hey.
You need peace.
Let's go, let's go.
On these visions, cause I see you need us.
BTF Radio from the heart of a poet. Each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. Let's go.
I got what you need. I got what you need.
She got what you need. I'm telling you, let's go.
I got what you need. I got what you need.
Hey, 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 hey.
I got what you need. I got what you need.
Oh boy.
I got what you need.
Now, in order for her to have what you need,
I got what you
gotta have that potential. So if you don't have that potential, she ain't gonna have what you need. I'm gonna let my homie B at least talk to you about that potential. What's up? We call this one potential by my homie B at least. Let's go.
Bitches off potential. In and out of town, I keep attention. Ride around the city, started in the rental. Talking about that money, always sentimental.
Nah, we gotta bring that back. We're gonna get that sound right. Let's go. Let's go. Each and every Sunday from the heart of a poet. Just that potential. The dirty version. That's how I like it.
Bitches off attention.
Hey.
In and out of town, I keep attention.
Whoa.
City started in the rental. Talking about that money, always sentimental.
Let's go.
Always on the go to work on my potential.
Hey.
Live up to the part I know that I was meant to.
Whoa.
Bitches all potential.
Hey. 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 Hey, let's go.
Bitches all a mental. How the hell am I gonna rise this far? Turn my back to simple. Never thought that I'd be a star. But damn, my diamonds twinkle. Pray the Lord bless me a temple. Bitches dancing to my tempo.
Whoa, whoa.
Pencil in the pad, I used to get through my shit so stressful. Pinching pennies, leave it dental.
Hey.
through my ditto. I be on my shit too. With niggas I know it's potent, like us poets only speaking shit. My drama is mental thoughts that's filling up my tickle.
Hey, let's go.
Inspiration, I'm renewing it, releasing like I'm moving in. Came from all the foolish.
Small world, let's go.
Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I can't. Hey. Ride around the city, started in the road. Talking about that money, always in the mood. Always on the go to work out my potential. Live up to the part I know that I was meant to. Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. My disposition, fuck it, I don't feel shit. Niggas always thuggin', love will kill quick, talkin' real. When they talk, they switch and walk a real bitch. I don't exercise, don't trust, I'm real stiff.
We in the All-Star game, right? So my homie Billy's got the so-called LeBron. She got the so-called LeBron. Let's go.
LeBron ho, the way I run the stats. Highlight up.
Hey. DJ. Hey.
Don't beat up for no delay. Get it, money. You cannot discount me. My name not no bitch.
Wow.
And she give me
Whoa.
baby girl so wild. Quiet down, tell her babe.
Hey.
Her desire and folk. I don't love them, I just fuck them. I just give them sand folks. No fucks about a hoe. I just grind some more. It's come up like it's nasty. No paradise when we roll.
That's all y'all get. DTF Radio, we here. DTF Radio, we here each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. from the heart of a poet. Y'all never know what to expect when CP on the ones and twos. What's up?
Look, I don't understand. I don't think they heard how potential that independent artist is who we just played. You understand? Like, I'm not sure if y'all was really paying attention to how potential this independent artist B.E.Lise is. You heard? Even though she got her song LeBron on BET, listen to potential again. Boom.
Hey.
Give it up for DJ, y'all.
What's up? We in the building.
You already know it's me, Kashima, Anisha, creative producer at home.
Hey.
Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. Ride around the city, started in the rental. Talking about that money, always sentimental. Always on the go to work out my potential. Live up to the part I know that I was meant to.
What?
Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. Bitches all a mental. How the hell am I go out this far? Turn my back to simple. Never thought that I'd be a star, but damn, my diamonds twinkle. Pray the Lord bless me a temple. Bitches dancing to my tempo. Got a vision and got a pencil in the pad. I used to fit through money making shit so stressful. Pitching pennies, leave it dental. But I'm skewing through my dental. I be on my shit too. With niggas I know it's potent, like us poets only speaking shit they been through. Quiet, my drama is mental thoughts that's filling up my tickle. Heat your demons told me blow you back to wherever they sent you. Inspiration, I'm renewing it, releasing like I'm moving it. Came from all the foolish men licks, like I'm screwing licks. Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. Ride around the city, started in the rental. Talking about that money, always sentimental. Always on the go to work out my potential. Live up to the part I know that I was meant to. Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. My disposition, fuck it, I don't feel shit. Niggas always thuggin', love will kill quick, tongue real. When they talk, they switch and walk a real bitch. I don't exercise, don't trust, I'm real stiff. Or the cheese, I'm a Mac indeed. I play the game, even though it's sleeves. I roll the dice after I roll my sleeves. You know the feet, that is all I need. Peaches and cream, 112 at the scene. Booty twerking, she know she need it. Bouncing harder, fuck baller. Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential. Ride around the city, started in the rental. Talking about that money, always sentimental. Always on the go to work out my potential. Live up to the part I know that I was meant to. Bitches saw potential. In and out of town, I keep potential.
Like I said, that was B.E.Lise with that potential, baby. Earlier, you heard Melody with that maze. She got what you want, she got what you need, but you gotta have potential. And somebody that I know got potential is our host Kashima Amish, what up?
Kashima self-intentional. Nah. What up, y'all?
Shit, here she go. That's why I'll be showing up. She be acting up when I'm here.
Exactly. Listen, y'all know how I feel about remixes, right? So somebody go hit B. Elise up and let her know that, you know, the potential of doing a remix to this song with me on it. You feel what I'm saying?
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So anyway, give it up for CP the DJ on the
What's good? What's good? What's good?
All right, you already know it's Kashima Amish, your creative producer and host here at From the Heart of a Poet. Y'all already know by now, we are here every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. You know how we give it up. Shout out to Women's History Month. We are in full celebration of Women's History Month. You heard? Women uplifting women. Okay? We are honoring women. Y'all know how we do over here From the Heart of a Poet. Okay, so today in the building, we have Principal Lakeisha Williams. We honor Principal Lakeisha Williams. You know I got a little wordplay for y'all, right? So this piece that I am getting ready to do, it's a short piece titled Woman. Whoa, man. She have the strength of a lion. She's a brown-skinned beauty, properly laced, fully wired. She accomplishes her goals and doesn't waste time. Steady moving, always on the grind. She nurtures with her words and loves you with her energy. She always feeds your soul, never leaves you empty. Her mentality is breathtaking. Her intellect is fine. She walks within her purpose. She's always fruitful all the time. Give it up for me, y'all.
That's it.
Give it up for me, y'all. Yes.
See, that's that. First of all, if we go women empowerment, we gotta have. Come on, you can't be giving us no short piece. Yeah, we celebrating y'all. We celebrating the women.
But they already know I'm dope.
Still, they gotta know every day.
All right, so I'm gonna get on Instagram tomorrow, y'all, right?
That part.
I'm gonna need y'all to go to @CASHEMA_beauty, and I'm gonna spit another short piece for y'all on behalf of my DJ, CP the DJ, for celebration of Women's History Month. Give it up for Women's History Month, y'all.
That part. I'm gonna wear a wig next week. One time only, so Blazing, don't record that shit though. But I'm saying one time only. Y'all ready?
Yo, all right. Listen. So, I mean, you making me want to sing an R&B song, like some.
Nah, I mean, I just felt like they needed to hear y'all. So that instrumental was, for people to listen.
Motivation. All right.
That motivational listen.
Got you. So check this out. Because we are in celebration of Women's History Month, right? Mm-hmm. I want to have a moment of reflection, right? A brief moment of reflection. First, I want to start off with a moment of silence for all of the women who are our forerunners who have already passed on. So we're going to have a quick moment of silence. Okay, now we're going to acknowledge one of the women who are one of our forerunners, right? However, she is still alive and here with us today. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Ruby Bridges. Sorry, y'all. I read on her a week ago. I'm going to read on Phyllis Wheatley because you guys know that I am a poet, right? I'm not only a poet, but I am a published poet in the Ink magazine. Shout out to Naquel Poetry and the Pod Poets Lounge. Okay, who made that possible? So Phyllis Wheatley, a poet born in West Africa and sold into slavery. She learned to read and write by the age of 9 and became the first African American woman to publish a book of poetry. In addition to having to prove she had indeed written the poetry, no one in America would publish her book. She was forced to go to England, where the pieces were published in London. in 1773. Years later, she sent one of her poems to George Washington, who requested and received a meeting with her at his headquarters in Cambridge in 1776. So if you were listening, you heard that Phillis Wheatley she kind of got a no at first, but then she ended up with a yes. So shout out to Phillis Wheatley in celebration and full recognition of Women's History Month. Now, in the building today, as I forestated, we are graced with the presence of Principal Lakeisha Williams. Okay? Okay.
Shine, shine.
Right.
So you throw that in. Shine, shine.
All right. Listen, we're going to say that over. Today, we are graced with the presence of Principal Sean Lakeisha Williams.
Hey, let's give it up,
we are honoring today. Give it up for her, y'all. Now, before I get to her bio, I would like for her to reintroduce herself and tell us a little bit about Shine 399, where she is the most beautiful, fabulous principal.
Thank you so much for that. So my name is Miss Lakeisha Shine On Principal Williams, and in all of its glory. I am the principal of a school that's lovingly known as Shine 399. We came to be as a result of our endeavors coming together just to make sure that we tell our own story, because I do believe that that's important. You know, our school was dubbed as a quote unquote failing school. And I use quotations because our children are not failures, our families are not failures, and our staff are not failures. So we're talking about, and I am a social justice person by nature. And so when you look at all of the many different factors that affected Brooklyn over the past couple of decades, our school was our school was also caught up in that, because I oftentimes say that schools are not a separate entity from society. Schools are actually a reflection of society. So when you think about the different things that happen in Brooklyn with gentrification, the loss of jobs, et cetera, how could schools not be affected by that? So that is a school that I assume principalship over. But again, I lead with love. I mine for strengths. And together, we do what's necessary to make sure that we are dismantling the status quo and making sure that our children get everything that they rightfully deserve. So I have, the thing that I like to share with folks is, has to be 3 L's. Our children need to know that they are loved. We need to make sure that our children are learning, and we need to make sure that our children are leading, because we're developing the change agents for the next generation. Like, we're not waiting for our children to become 20, 30 something years old and they've gone through so many different things. No, we're training up our children in the right way to go in terms of being equity warriors, right? Authors of their own life stories, to make sure that they continue to fight the necessary fight to take care of themselves, their families, and their communities.
Amazing. Listen, I'm over here lost like I'm reading a book. I mean, we could switch seats. I don't mind being interviewed today. I mean, very well stated, right? So I would like to ask, right? Because before I tell them one of the best parts of who you are today, right? I mean, one of the most fabulous parts of who she is. Yes. I want to ask, because our society, right, that we grew up in, rough. You know, families, neighborhoods, rough. School system, horrible. And you managed amongst all of that to say, I mean, I don't care what's going on within me, around me. I'm gonna do me. Like, I'm going to school. I'm gonna finish high school. I have goals, and so I have to go to college because of the goals that I have. So I'm not only going to go to college, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to get my bachelor's. I'm going to get my master's.
And a second master's.
And a second master's.
And now a PhD.
And now a whole entire PhD. I'm going to need you to explain all of those accomplishments to me. You know, I had to rhyme, get a little poetic with that one.
So oftentimes, you know, people do ask me, like, where does it come? And I have to start off by saying it is the God in me, right? Because we know that, and you spoke about the humble beginnings. And so what folks have to realize is that God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the call.
Oh, wait, hold up, wait, hold up. That was a straight bar. I'm gonna need a beat for what she just said, all right? So I'm gonna need somebody to hit up some producer. Listen, I'm gonna need you to say that again. Hold up. I'm gonna need you to say that all the way again. Because all jokes aside, I mean, you know, modern day look and style, yeah, that's cute. You know, it's all good. But substance and value as a person, not just a woman, but as a human being is better. So, and what you said was full of substance and value. I'm gonna need you to say that again. And I really hope it penetrates some 3 other people other than me and my team here at this station.
So again, you know, oftentimes, and it is what it is, right? Like, let's be real here. Sometimes people look at you and they feel like you're not supposed to be here, right? Neither one of my parents finished high school. I grew up in Eastern New York, Brownsville, and Bed-Stuy. Once upon a time, we lived right next door to a crack house, right? They were selling drugs out of the house that we lived next door to, right? Going to school in the 80s, high school in the 90s. You know, we went through the whole crack epidemic period. And like you said, it was just despair all around us, you know, and just going through that. I had my first son at 16. So now I'm a teen mom, you know. So when people look at me sometimes, you know, it's like, why her? But again, it's the God in me, right? Because I serve a higher power. And what folks need to know and understand, that God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the call.
Period.
Period.
Well stated. Now, I want you to tell us a little bit about the because you have a program with some of your girls in the school. I know it's something about brown skin, but I don't want to mess it up. So I want you to reintroduce it to me and introduce it to the rest of us and tell us a little bit about that. And if there's a possible way for like any parents or any educators that might want to connect and get with you on that, let us know how they could go about that too.
Okay. So at my school, again, this is year 3 for me. We do a lot of wonderful things that we've been doing from day one. But in November, when Kamala Harris was the VP elect, I took a poem that I saw on social media entitled Brown Girl, Brown Girl, which is a rendition of the children's story Brown Bear, Brown Bear. And I did an activity with the girls, my 5th grade girls. And that video, I shared it on our school social media website, and that video went viral. Right. And as a result of that video, again, it just put our school in the spotlight, it put me more so in the spotlight. But again, you know, that's the work of God and the way things have been ordered.
Right.
So we're continuing to just expand on the whole concept that folks need to be seen. They need to be heard. They need to know that they are not invisible. And so what transpired as a result of that video going viral is that folks were reaching out to me from Italy. Like, someone interviewed me from an Italian news station. They wrote about the school in India. That resonated with Black and brown women all around the world. And you know what that said? We feel invisible. And so going back to the school and the purpose of school, we have to validate and affirm the children that are sitting in front of us. It's not our children's jobs to relate to us. It's our job to relate to our children. So when we speak about culturally responsive education, I'm like, simply put, that just means you have to know the children who are in front of you. Because when children walk into a school building, guess what else walks in with them? Their skin color, their language, their culture, their traditions. And if we want our children to reach their fullest potential, we have to make sure that our children know that they are loved, that they feel safe, that they're taken care of. We think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Self actualization is at the top of that pyramid, right? But in order to get to self actualization, you have to first take care of the basic needs, right? And so when we think about that video that went viral and how it impacted so many different people, that just affirmed the fact how representation is key. Because you know what that gives children? That gives children hope.
Yep.
That gives children the possibility that it can be done. It is being done. And as long as they have people in their lives to constantly affirm that, right? And show them the way and lead by example, then our children really and truly can do and be anything, and I mean anything, that they want. So Brick House Unlimited is launching.
Ow, I was getting ready to go there, but since you brought it up first.
Brick House Unlimited is launching, but basically I am the business. So you know when Jay-Z say I'm a business man, right? So I'm a business woman. Right? So there's so many different things that are in the pipeline, but it all lends itself to uplifting our people, helping our community, and letting them know that it's possible and these things can be done. So the children's book Shine On Brown Girl will be dropping next month.
And it will be launching here at From the Heart of a Poet as well, just to let y'all know. So we already pretty much hear a bit of the inspiration behind the book.
Mm-hmm.
But you slid past that CEO part real smooth. We're going to rewind and we're going to go right on back. Okay? And I want you to tell us about your company and the services that you'll be offering. And then I want to know what inspired you in the midst of a master and then another master and then getting a PhD now, currently. I'm not going to just do a book. I'm going to become a CEO. I mean, you just bearing all sorts of fruit all over the place. Mm-hmm. So take us there. Tell us about that.
So Brick House Unlimited, again, when you're walking in your purpose, it really and truly just comes naturally. And so even when I think about being a child, right, in elementary school, and my principal had a program where we could mentor the younger children in kindergarten and read to them. Like, that's what I decided to do. And I was in elementary school. So instead of going outside during recess, I was there working with the younger children and helping the younger children. And in my family, you know, I'm the first child, I'm the first grandchild. So I've always been like leading and helping and supporting and uplifting. So again, it's just a natural part of who I am. And so fast forward that to becoming the principal of Shine 399, I just found myself in that same position of leading and supporting and uplifting, right? But working with people from where they are. And so that's what I believe resonates with people, like that, building that relationship piece and affirming who they are and just working with folks from where they are. Because I oftentimes say that success is measured in many different ways, right? And so 2020, we know, was a very difficult year for all of us around the world. And my parents, they were just like so appreciative and grateful and thankful for the way we supported them through the pandemic. So not only were we provide teaching, you know, their children, but we were also helping our families and uplifting our families. So I just said, you know what, like, I feel like I have to do more. Like, I have to do so much more to help our people. Because again, being the principal of a school just made me realize the importance of strengthening communities.
Right.
I mean, I've always said it, but when you're actually living it, it just makes it real.
Yep. It's
right?
A total difference.
And so Brick House Unlimited, the overall goal of Brick House Unlimited is to make sure that we take care of our own. We need to take care of us, right? in all sense of the word, in terms of finances, in terms of health, in terms of emotional growth, in terms of let's buy this block, right? Because
Hello.
sure, Gucci this, Louis that, that stuff is nice, right? But that's not creating the generational wealth that we need in order to impact our children, our families, and our communities, right? So the overall purpose of Brick House is no, we're going to get together. Like you said, we can look cute because I do like to look cute, right?
Hello.
But we're going to make sure that not only are we looking cute together
Thank
or we're
you.
traveling together, but we're going to become bosses together and we're going to become owners together.
High frequency thinking. Hello.
So that is the overall purpose of Brick House, but I'm going to do it in such a way where I'm working with people from where they are. So if you need support building or repairing your credit, that's what we're going to do. If you need support in terms of your own mental health needs, we're going to do that. So I just want to be honest about the things that plague our community and bring together resources to make sure that we are taking care of each other.
Amazing. It's like you are the change that you want to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you talk about like what inspires me, again, I always go back to, you know, I grew up in Eastern York, Brownsville, and Bed-Stuy, right? And we were poor, but at that time I didn't realize we were poor. Because one thing, regardless of the struggles that my family had, I feel like my parents, they gave us love.
Mm-hmm.
Like I grew up in love, I felt love, right? And they also gave us hope. So even though things may have seemed bleak and appeared bleak, you know, like my parents, my mom is my biggest cheerleader, has
Mm-hmm.
always been from day one. You can do it, and just giving that hope. And so when I work with children and I work with families, I oftentimes say, you're a poet, Langston Hughes, Dreams Deferred, right? You cannot lose hope. When you lose hope, then all is lost.
Yep. It's
All is lost
pointless.
when you lose hope,
Yep.
right? And so I grew up with that in me, that sense of the work ethic, like you said, because from the beginning it was, you guys, we want you to do more, right? We want you to achieve more. We want you to take just we want you to do better with your life. And so I had that instilled in me at a very early age. So even though I had my son at 16, I still knew that I needed to do what I needed to do in order
Right.
to accomplish all of that my parents had instilled in me. But I also oftentimes tell the story of my grandmother, right? My maternal grandmother, who um, is from the South, came from the South, and a large family, a traditional marriage, all types of toxicity there.
Mm-hmm.
But she had the courage and the fortitude to say, you know what, I want different. Because when you think about the 60s, like that was kind of unheard of. Even though we knew there was a black migration going on from people from the South to the North, to me, I feel like to still step out on faith, step out and be courageous to say, I want different, and leave the South, leave the family, leave everything that she knew to come to New York City to start a new life. I also gleaned from that because that took a lot of courage and resilience just to say, you know what, I want different, I want better.
Mm.
And so I think about that aspect. I think about my family and growing up, my parents growing up with love and hope and just cheering me on every step of the way. And all of that is what I want to give back to not only my two biological children, but all of the children that I service and anybody that I come into contact with.
Amazing. She still leaves me speechless. Listen. So if any women or organization, any person wanted to support your business, that your company that you now have, how will we go about getting involved and how will we go about supporting and stuff like that? And also, I want you to say, mention your school again
Mhm.
in the district for the parents who may be listening that may need to, might be thinking about, let me switch my child to a better school. Here's a better
Thank you
school.
so much. That's District 17. My school is located in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Shine 399. You can Google the school. We do again so many wonderful and amazing things. You could Google Lakeisha Williams, and you could see that I lead this work from my heart. Right, I definitely lead it from my heart. You can follow me on Instagram at principal underscore shine on Lakeisha. Again, I am currently in the building stages of Brick House Unlimited. I actually have two books that's dropping next month.
Nice.
Still I Thrive, which is a co-author. I'm a co-author on that project. But again, as a result of 2020, just some resilient stories that we want to share with people in general, because we know that's what people need support with, right? And then also the children's book is also.
So where can we find the books then?
My website is launching soon, so you make sure that you follow me, principal underscore shine on Lakeisha, and all of that information will be available as soon as possible. But again, I'm in the midst of so many projects. I'm also working with my children, and I'm not the official manager, but kind of sort of feel like I am. So you can also follow Serenity's Nail Polish.
Come on.
Right? Because when we talk about creating generational wealth, so not only was it important for me to be successful, but it was also important for my children, my two boys, to be successful. And I oftentimes say it can be done. Black boys are dope. But let's make sure that we raise them up in the right way. So both my boys, 25, 29 years old, are successful in their right as well. And now we have the third generation with my 4-year-old granddaughter, who her business has already launched. So you can follow her on Instagram. You can go to her website, Serenity's Nail Polish. You can start to make those, purchases now as we speak. But again, and all of this is under the umbrella of the Dream Team. Because my boys and I, we struggled together, right? I remember working in Bed-Stuy, living in Sheepshead Bay. I didn't have a car at the time. And we all know how that 44 bus is going across Brooklyn. So I had to leave work, catch the bus, go to Sheepshead Bay, pick up my kids from school, get back on the bus to go to Brooklyn College. So I went to school and my kids went to school with me. So we formed this strong bond of, like I said, the Dream Team. Like, it's not only important for me to be successful, but it was important for my children to be successful. And now with third generation, we have embodied and we're living, creating generational wealth for our families. But most importantly, you can always catch me at any community event, because I believe that it's important that it's also extended into the community, and we're helping uplift all of us and all of our people.
Okay, between you and Chris and this music, I cried.
What? I didn't do nothing.
No, because I'm just going to heavy up and bust it out and let y'all know this is my oldest cousin, my father's niece. Okay, this is my oldest cousin on my father's side. Listen, our family has been through all sorts of hell and back. Mm-hmm. So to watch her from a distance, y'all, I'm moved, I'm inspired, I'm heavily touched, and we're gonna go right into her bio before we present her honorary gift today. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Principal Lakeisha Williams, a Brooklyn native who is enthusiastic about working in a community that she loves. She is a social justice educational leader with over 20 years of experience as a paraprofessional, classroom teacher, staff developer, assistant principal, special education administrator, districts 17, 18, 22, and TDEC principal coach for District 17. Her greatest strengths include instructional leadership, school improvement action plans, data-driven culture, differentiated professional development, community engagement, family empowerment initiatives, and meeting all school-wide compliance mandates. Lakeisha is dedicated to working collaboratively with her school community, engaging all key stakeholders to meet and exceed school goals. Lakeisha was recently featured on ABC7, Pix 11, Now Politics, and Rai Italian Broadcasting Corporation for her Brown Girls Empowerment activity with her fifth grade girls. AM New York newspaper also highlighted Lakeisha's work as well. She's also currently completing her children's book series titled Shine On Brown Girl. Additionally, Lakeisha is launching her business, Brick House Unlimited. Her goal is to improve the outcomes for women in the following areas: finances, social and emotional well-being, and health and wellness. Lakeisha also continues to further develop her professional acumen. She looks forward to completing her PhD program in educational leadership. I'm gonna need y'all all to like kind of stop what y'all doing, right? Right about right now, and give it up for my older cousin, right? Principal Lakeisha Williams. Principal Shine On Lakeisha Williams, as I present her with her gift.
Oh. Thank you so much.
We celebrating. We celebrating women of power. We celebrating our black queens. We celebrating our black queens. Our principals. Yeah. I tell you, it's a small world. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, yo, hostess with the mostest. You know, my mother always told me, respect people, especially when you're introduced to them, because you never know where you might see them again.
Right. Amazing. Tell me about it.
So I keep saying small world,
right?
Because me and this lovely principal met before, but not in school though. We were schooling people, but we met. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So I remember, if you recall that game night I said I was DJing.
Absolutely.
Somebody was playing some this lovely game of spades.
Oh yes.
Right. So I told the host, I was like, yo, listen, I will play. I will come from behind the booth as long as the person I'm playing with know what they doing. So I sat at the table. I tried to play the fun like, yo, I don't know how to play. Because she was my partner. So I was like, yo, partner, I just learned how to play last week. But she didn't get mad. She didn't turn her fridge. Like, all right, we gonna play. And let's just say we gotta play again. Cause so
listen, shout out to Dope Energy. But give me a minute, because I really want to say shout out to God for being so dope. For real. Shout out to God for being dope.
One time for Jesus.
And this is my back piece to my nose ring. When y'all see me do this, I'm not digging in my nose, okay? For those of you who viewing, it just But I want to take a minute to acknowledge Shamel, the barber. He did not make it in. However, he is a CEO. He is an entrepreneur. I am wearing his clothes right now. So it's called Goon Gear. So I just want to shout you out real quick. Shamel, give it up for Goon Gear in the building. He is a black CEO. He's a black man. Black men are dope, like my cousin said. You heard? And this man, listen, he's all over the place doing business. I need y'all to check him out, okay? It is at GOON_gear. All right. I want y'all to follow him and just DM him or comment under something and let him know that the creator, producer, and host at From the Heart of a Poet shouted him out in his absence. You heard? But yeah, I just had to show him some love because he is definitely from the hood of Bed-Stuy. You understand me? This man's story, his story is impeccable. Okay, so we still have a spot here for you when you are able to make it. All right, but all is well, no love lost. So we're going to take this opportunity to let CP the DJ close us out, okay? Affirmatively, his style. Spinning, you already know, some independent artist music. Give it up for CP the DJ.
Jesus.
I'm going to need y'all to make sure y'all stay tuned and tune in. You hear? Every single Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. You can catch us on my live, From the Heart of a Poet, IG Live, or you could go to DTF Radio, YouTube channel. We are streaming live there right now as we speak.
I'm going to try to find my black independent queens out here. I'm going to keep it with the black independent queens.
I like Beyonce, just so you know.
All right, I'm going to get a host one Beyonce song before we leave. I'm going to show some love to this independent artist.
And don't forget to follow me. I promote everybody else's page. Follow me, y'all, at CASHEMA_beauty. Follow my videographer and photographer at Blazing Fire TV. And you already know my other DJ, Select the Best. And you already know CP the DJ. Follow all of us. Peace.
Hey, what up? Let's go.
I got it all the time. I'm on my grind. Gotta stay motivated. I be trying to get straight to this dime. No pulling back.
We call this one successful. Justice the Kid.
I ain't got time for the bottom. I pick.
Let's go.
To get to this flipper, I ain't gon' trip up. No, I ain't gon' trip up.
Hey.
Just to get to this bag. Trying to get the children more than I had. All the broke shit, it be in the past. I be dead if we live in the trash. Hey. I be motivated. I got the juice in this extra concentrated. Got on 100 and you be extra hating. Never contemplating all the moves I'm making.
Hey.
Looking in the mirror, I see money on my mind. And I ain't wasting time. I'm maintaining like a line. And any of you niggas that be trying to stop my shine, you gotta wait in line. Cause I hate it on the line.
Feeling successful. Hey.
You know I need it. I gotta have it. I know you heed it. I'm feeling successful. I'm finna show up. I'm about to blow up. You niggas toe up. I'm feeling successful. You know I need it. I gotta have it. I know you heed it. I'm feeling successful. I'm finna show up. I'm about to blow up. You niggas toe up. I be thinking.
Let's go. Like I said, we here each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. From the Heart of a Poet. Let's go. We call this one Dua. Rockview ENT's own Taina. Let's go.
You came into my life. You took all my wrongs and made them right. Now I'm in your arms, just writing this song. Cause I want the world to know that you're mine. And I tell these niggas that I'm yours too. Boy, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. I know you're the one, star like the sun. And when you hold me, you bring me to the moon. Babe, I'll do anything to keep you happy.
Once again, give it up for Black Excellence. Give it up for our Black Queens, our Black Princesses, our Black Goddesses, our Black Hosts.
You know you're the one.
Yo!
Right from the very start, with all your charm, I knew you meant no harm. Nothing's the same, you changed up the whole game. Now I wanna spend my whole life with you. Hey, yeah.
Hey.
You know
I swear I'm gonna wear a wig next week. It's gonna be a hat though.
Is my oath as your lady.
So I got the perfect song. Since our guest of honor asked for Beyonce, and it's not Who Run the World. It's not this time. Just say it.
just forget about the past.
Hey,
skin girl.
Hey,
skin just like pearl.
I'm letting this play out. We here each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. from the heart of a poet. I am CP the DJ. Blazing Fire TV. Kashima Armish, we here. Select the best in this absence. We here. Let's go.
She says she really grew up poor like me. Don't believe in nothing but the Almighty. Just a little jeans and a pure whitey.
Once again,
never be nobody wifey.
Celebrating black excellence.
Play you like
all our brown skinned girls. All across the world. Let's go.
Tonight I might fall in love, depending on how you hold me. I'm glad that I'm calming down. Can't let no one come control me. Keep dancing and call it love. She fights it by falling slowly. If ever you are in doubt, remember what mama told me. Brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I never tried you for anybody else. A brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. The best thing in all the world. I never tried you for anybody else.
Pose like a trophy when Naomi's walking. She need an Oscar for that pretty dark skin. Pretty like Lupita when the camera's closing. Drip broke the levee when my Kelly's rolling. I think tonight she might break her break. Melanin too dark to throw her shade. She minds her business.
We do not own the rights to this music.
Like
this is Beyonce, brown skin girl. We don't own the rights.
Depending on how
we
you
don't own the rights.
I'm glad that I'm calming down. Can't let no one
talk about our black queens.
Keep dancing.
Talking about the black queens.
She fighting by falling slow.
Oh boy.
Wherever you are in doubt, remember what mama told me. Hey. Skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I never tried you for anybody else. A brown skin girl. That skin just.
We love y'all black queens.
The best thing about the world.
Our black entrepreneurs.
Anybody else?
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Everybody making it do what it do.
Guys with me,
cause we all know grind pays.
But your skin is glow.
The grind is everlasting.
Like the earth, you be giving birth to everything alive, baby.
Shout out all my poets in the world.
From your nappy curls to every single curve, your body natural. Same skin that was broke.
Shout out all our authors.
Skin taking over. Most things out of focus.
Our poetic authors.
You're in the room, they notice you. Cause you're beautiful.
Our speech teachers.
Ooh, yeah, you're beautiful.
Our black female principals.
Gonna fall in love with you and all of.
With they double masters.
Skin is not.
They PhDs.
It shines and it tells your story.
Probably got a doctrine under there too.
Control you.
Oh boy.
All of that.
Hey.
Wherever you are in doubt, remember what mama told you.
Brown skin girl. Your skin just like pearls. You're back against the world. I never tried you for anybody else. Hey, brown skin girl. Your skin just like.
And of course,
the best thing about the world.
Don't forget about my Eastside girls. Don't forget about my Eastside girls. Hey. I'ma skip to my part.
He wanna down that bitch from the east side. Down that bitch from the east side. A little brown pretty face with her own tie.
Shout out to my Eastside girls.
Book smart, street smart, and no
Brownsville, East New York,
bed of the street,
Bed-Stuy, Flatbush.
Get you a down ass bitch from the east side. NYBK nigga with the chicks.
Jamaica.
Chasing the bag and making them mad. A couple bitches.
Blazing, what up?
This swag
they can't grasp. It's more in the stash. Never fighting over no nigga I had in the past. It's a big difference. Quick to let a nigga go. Throw away the nigga bone. Gotta find a new home. Hot female hope with a billionaire flow. Who the greatest of all time, nigga? I let you tell it. Niggas come from me for the products. I let you sell it. The boss, I was born this way. Already embedded. I know my worth. I get my checks. And I promise myself won't settle for less. You get what you want if you give me respect. If things don't go right, it's gonna go left. He want a down ass bitch from the east side. A little brown pretty face with her own ties. Real smart, street smart and know the business side. Could be the bed or the street, know she down to ride.
I'm back outside. I can back out racks, I broke so wide, yeah. Chat this whack, I'm oh so fly, cause I'm back.
Don't give me that look.
I'm about to be a rapper.
Don't give me that look.
My gang is
I'm back outside.
Yo, click it back.
Hey.
What?
Hey.
DJ, y'all.
Ain't shit the broke bitch could ever tell me.
Like I said, we here each and every Sunday
Smoking blunts
from the heart of a poet.
in the range.
DTF Radio.
Pretty ass.
Kashima Amish is our host.
And I got the juice.
Blazing Fire TV behind the scenes.
Said I sound like
Select the best.
can stop her.
And of course, yours truly, CP the DJ.
Cause I'm about it, not just pop.
Hey.
Like Sinatra, then curve his Yamada. Fighting when I wanna.
Hey.
I'm back outside. I can back out racks, yeah, I broke so wide.
Whoa.
Shit this whack, I'm oh so fly. Cause I'm back outside.
Till next week, y'all.
Back outside, my gang is strapped, they clap out right.
Live, love, laugh,
I'm back outside.
and prosper. We here each and every Sunday, 7 p.m. from the heart of a poet. Yours truly, CP the DJ. Kashima, take us out. What's up?
You already know this is yours truly, the creator, producer, and host here at From the Heart of a Poet, Kashima Amish. Kashima_beauty. Go follow me. CASHEMA. Give it up for Principal Shine on Lakeisha Williams. Give it up for Principal Shine on Lakeisha Williams. Give it up for Shamel to Barbara and Goons there, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to go follow them. Give it up for Blazing Fire TV for that banging content, y'all. Shout out to DJ Selector in his absence. Shout out to CP the DJ. Shout out to DTF Radio. Peace.
It's a Rockview.
I know that's right.